Hey everyone, it's Preston from Wayback Attack, and I thought I'd give a little something different here on our YouTube channel. Normally, I am one half of the podcast and video of Wayback Attack, the show, but to help build our YouTube, I thought I'd offer up a little bit of retro nostalgic content just on my own. I thought for this video, I would tell you a little bit about my antiques booth experience of being a seller in an antiques mall. I went to the store about 2 weeks ago to restock, and I figured, I bet some folks who can't get out and can't go to swap meets and can't go to conventions might want to live a little vicariously through my experience. So I don't have great stuff, but hey, something else to feast your eyes upon. So as you can see, I'm a collector of a lot of different things. Here we are down in my video den where you can see my VHS collection. I also, over the years, have collected toys. I've collected arcade machines. I've collected a lot of stuff. And at one point about just over a year ago, it really got to the point where I was like, I don't need all this stuff. But at the same time, I don't want to list all this junk on eBay. So I talked to my friend Glenn, and we went in together, halvesies, on an antiques booth. Now, there were a lot of different requirements for different antiques malls, but we found one that was really low-key, where you just set your stuff up, you price it, you put a little code on there, and you leave it. It's up to you to kind of restock your booth and clean it up every now and then. So we go probably about once a month to restock it and clean up and pay our fee and then pick up a check. So it's worked out great for us. Some of the other places that are antiques booths, malls or stores or whatever, they ask for people to work at the store a particular number of times or hours. That doesn't work for me. And a lot were really expensive, but I felt this one was pretty manageable. I'll be honest, it costs $175 per month. But I mean, that would be a lot if it were just me, but because we're splitting it down the middle, regardless of who makes what from their sales, their portion of sales, it's been pretty good. It hasn't been too much of a burden, and it's allowed me to get rid of some stuff, make a little bit of money, and refine my collection. It's in Dahlonega, Georgia, which is a little mountain town. It is a college town, so there's a lot of tourists, a lot of people that come through, and there's a lot of antiques places there to check out. So we've got our booth there. I forget the dimensions. It's something like, 8 by 10 or 8 by 12, something like that. And we got a good amount of stuff there. So basically, I just use it to get rid of my junk that I don't really want. I've had it for over a year now, and so it's kind of gotten to the point where, a lot of my stuff has already sold. So now I actively look for different things to fill it with, which it can become a chore, but also, it's a way to make a little bit of extra money, and I can buy collections of things and keep what I want, and then get rid of the stuff that I don't. So let's take a look at the booth. So here's my booth. It may not be much to look at, but I can guarantee that when people walk by, they stop and check it out because it is just so different from the rest of the booths in the antique mall. You can see we've got a variety of stuff, all different types of things. Central to our booth is we always have a hanging vehicle of some type, a model airplane, a G.I. Joe toy. This instance, it's the Turtles. We're lucky enough to have 2 glass cases, and I'll say that not everything in the glass cases is super duper valuable. You have a couple of things there, like the first appearance of Captain Marvel, that rare droids figure. But mostly just in there is things that you don't want people to kind of walk away with. There's some Pokemon cards. Hey, we even got a cereal box. What do you know? Oh, look. Some of my Star Trek books from being a nerdy teenager reading Home Alone on a Friday night. Got Atari cartridges. One of the things that is a regular earner for me is definitely comic books. And it's nice because I can go to a comics convention and pick up a bunch of the dollar comics and then resell for $2 and turn a profit or whatever. Most of my comics that are really, really good get picked over like the first week that I have them out. But got a whole variety, and you can find some good deals, 75 cents and up. All different ranges of comics. I've been collecting for a while, so I had a huge stock that I've burned through about half of them now. I have a movie poster collection that I started when I was managing and being a projectionist at a movie theater. Now, there are some in here that are actually my personal posters that I got while I was a projectionist, but a lot of these are things that I've picked up over the years. And they move pretty well. Some rarities there, like Frankenweenie. Wow, when did you see a Tim Burton Frankenweenie? The records are just trash, things that I don't have in my collection. And then I got a whole bunch of different board games and Blu-rays. Just added these lunch boxes that I found while I was on vacation for a great deal. And then stuff, from my own game room and decorations. So I do, of course, because it's me, I have some VHS tapes in the glass case, but they weren't selling too hot. So I swapped them out for these trading cards. I got a whole bunch of trading card lots off of eBay. And what's great about these is, like, I kind of wanted them for myself, but I made the excuse that, I can put them in the booth. Vintage electronics sell pretty well. And then we've just got shelf filler of old VHS. And, hey, look, a Whammo trackball from 1988. Cool. My buddy Glenn has all these science fiction books. And I just bought that that Blackstone Magic set for like $2 and reselling it. A whole bunch of Star Wars things they sell really well, and a lot of this stuff is my buddy Glenn's. You never know what you're going to find in our booth. And I know that speaker set to the left Blu-ray thing is not vintage, but hey, when you have a place to sell, you take advantage of it. Glenn is into military history and has like old replica stuff, so that is definitely his. So again, not everything we have in the glass case is worth a whole lot, and this one actually has been depleted and restocked a few times, so there's not like super duper stuff in there, but we like to have a full spread. Got some action figures on the card, and again, these aren't super duper collectible. It's not super duper valuable either, but I got a great deal on these, and people love them. They have actually been depleted before. And that pretty much does it for the booth. Looks good. That was my antiques booth. I know it's not much to write home about, but it's fun. And like I said, it's a way for me to clear out some of my collection, make a little bit of money in the process, refine my collection by selling off what I may not be a marquee piece, and then rolling that money into stuff that I actually do want to have and display. You learn some tricks along the way. You can't just have really nice stuff. You got to have onesies and twosies, little cheapo stuff, honestly. People like to buy $1, $2, $3 things, and that adds up over time. I sell a lot of comic books for $2. I sell a lot of action figures for like $3 or $4. But, trial and error. Been doing it for a little over a year now, and I don't see myself stopping anytime soon. It's a fun little escape. So that does it for me for this video. I think it's a mandatory requirement when you make a YouTube video that you have to say like and subscribe if you like this kind of stuff, and maybe we'll do some more. My name's Preston. You can find me on Twitter @SquaredStiff. I am one half of the podcast Wayback Attack. You can find us here on YouTube. Wow. And you can also check out our website, waybackattackshow.com, and wayback_attack on Twitter. We'd love to hear about you and your collection. And if you have any questions about maybe opening up your own antiques booth, let me know.